All right, so I'm sure you're all well aware of what happened in Dublin on Thursday, and and the aftermath as well, of course. But I mean, the worst thing of all, by a long shot, by a long way, was this horrific stabbing of these innocent young girls, and the creche worker as well. And the riots would not have happened without that, of course. And anyone who's been honest about it knows that one led to the other. And you've had this tendency amongst a lot of media people and some politicians as well, and these various social media influencers, to focus more so on the riots and really not seem to be all that concerned about those who are badly injured and the creche worker and one of the young girls critically injured, critically ill in hospital. And that's been noticeable in itself. And what you have is this kind of social signaling going on. All right. Like the Passover ritual, like the blood over the door, oh, look, I'm one of the good guys. Look at the blood over the door. I will be faithful to the system, to the power structure. I will do your bidding. I will be that conformist. I will signal against my own people. I will signal against ordinary Irish people. And I will double down particularly on Dublin people and on working class Dublin people, inner city Dublin people, because you're allowed to be nasty towards it. You're allowed to be prejudiced. You're allowed to be bigoted towards those people by the system. So that's why you'll see people like Sinead Ryan ploughing in there, and loads of other social media influencers taking that opportunity to, to beat down on the ordinary Dublin city, inner city working class people of Dublin, the vast majority who had nothing got to do with that riot. But you'll never see hashtag not all inner city dubs. You'll never see that hashtag. You'll see hashtag not all insert, the name of an ethnic group or a religious group or racial group that's not Irish. You'll never see, or you very rarely see hashtag not all Irish people or hashtag not all inner city Dubliners. You'll never see that because there's no social reward. Okay, there's no social reward for that. There's a social reward for signalling against your own people, signalling against Irish people, signalling against all men or against all Irish men. In the case of Ashling Murphy, so horrific, the murdering of her by this Roma guy in Ireland for 10 years. And yet somehow the blame got deflected onto, first of all men, and then all Irish men, bizarrely. And this was a case of overcompensating by these faithful lackeys of the system, you could say, faithful servants of the power structure of the status quo of the system. The Sinead Ryans, the Gary Arkins. Gary Arkins is another one. What did Gary Arkins do? Straight away got in there and started calling the boyfriend of Ashling Murphy a racist, Another example of overcompensating. The Passover ritual, blood over the door. See, look, I'm one of the good guys. Signaling to the power structure that you're a faithful servant, that you will do the bidding of power, that you will even signal against people like the boyfriend of someone who had his girlfriend brutally murdered by this guy, Joseph Puska. But this is where Irish society has gotten to, and not just Irish society, broader Western society, where people, any amount of people now, will signal against their own people, will signal against ordinary, decent, Irish people or European people. And this is where we've gotten to, and it's a sad state of affairs. And we just have to hope that and pray that the little girl pulls through, and also the creche worker, who's also very badly injured, and that the other people injured by that attack will recover. But yeah, anyway, those are just my thoughts on things at the moment, and let's hope that let's hope that Ireland is able to steer on to a more positive course as times go on.